Life is a beautiful struggle is about the life and struggle of 5 amazing students and why Laney College has changed their lives. But there is suffering in life and there are defeats. No one can avoid them. But it's better to lose some of the battles in the struggles for your dreams than to be defeated without ever knowing what you're fighting for.
My name is Mitzi, and I'm a freshman at Laney College, pursuing my lifelong dream to obtain formal education in the thing I love most, which is cooking. So I'm working toward my certification as a pastry chef, culinary chef, and associate degree in nutrition. But my journey hasn't been easy. I had to overcome the shame and the fear that I had to live with all my life, as I was often sexually abused in my home, physically abused. My mom was a very abusive alcoholic. Many days I'd come home from school and wasn't sure if she was dead or alive because she's blacked out from the alcohol. I was raped at the age of 20 years old by the hand of my nephew's oldest friend. So shame and fear were always my best friend.
My name is Antonia Gutierrez, and my major is liberal arts. I'm 23 years old, and I'm a student at Laney College. I'm going to Laney College because I want to be an interpreter for the court system. I'm from Oakland, California, and I was born here. I live here all my life, and I've been disabled ever since I was born, because I have a disability called cerebral palsy. And during my high school years, I had a lot of surgeries done that went wrong, and I wasn't able to walk the stage. Even I was homeschooled at the hospital. It was a very hard time for me.
Hello, my name is Brian Cervantes. I was born in Chicago, Illinois, but raised in Houston, Texas. During my time in Texas, I was never a really good student. I always struggled in school, but one of the things, and then I ended up leaving home at the age of 13 years old because I come from a very abusive stepfather who made me have to leave school. So during that time, from 13 to 23 years old, I had a lot of struggles on and off the streets, and then trying to survive and try to go to school. I didn't even finish school. I ended up dropping out of school.
My name is Michelle Nichol. I was born and raised in Berkeley, California. I currently live in Oakland. I came to Laney when my daughter was about 1.5 years old. Growing up was relatively difficult for me. My mother passed away when I was 16. She got sick when I was 11. My father kicked me out and I was homeless at 17. So I didn't want her to follow that same path. So I came back to school with the hope that she could see the living example of me bettering myself.
Hello, my name is Nguyen Tran. People know me as David. I'm 19 years old, and right now my major is biochemistry. When I first came here to the United States, everything was unfamiliar. It was very overwhelming. New people, new culture, a whole new way of life.
When I'm not at school, I like to spend time with young girls, cooking in the kitchen with them, listening to them, hugging them, letting them know that someone cares. Then I have my study group that I get a lot of joy out of. We come together. I'm surrounded by some of the most dynamic young people at Laney College. And together we encourage each other in areas that we're weak in. And so I look forward to my study group on Friday.
Just take care of my sister's kids because they're always at home. So I have a good time with them. It's a little girl and a little boy that are just great. Because I want to have kids on my own, so it's very nice. We watch TV. We just hang out. I just play with them, and I'm just their auntie, and it's nice.
Well, as an international student here alone, I do what other bachelors do. I cook, I clean, I do housework, and then I do my homework. Occasionally, I would have my friends come to my place. We either discuss school or life.
When I'm not on campus, which is hardly ever, except on the weekends, if there's no football games or anything, the most important thing I like to do is spend time with my wife. You know, either that's taking her out to the movies or just going out bike riding, having fun, going to the park, playing tennis. Just spending time with my wife is the main important thing that I like to do.
I'm a single parent, so I devote my time to my daughter. The weekends are usually consistent with either a trip or the park, or we like to watch movies together and read. She's learning how to read right now, so there's a lot of things that her and I do together, and I really try to help her do what she needs to do so that her week flows well.
I'm most inspired by Chef Jackie. She is what I would have wanted from Mom. She's loving, she's patient, she's stern, but most of all, she's very kind. And coming from my world, that means a lot.
John and the media center where I do my homework, because they're just great. They're very nice here, and they help me, and I know we have all these budget cuts, but people just don't know how nice they are and how welcoming they are. And
well, that's a lot of the faculty and staff that inspire me. I could go on and on and on because there's really too many, but a few that have helped me a lot. Like I stated, Professor Watkins, Dr. Cherry, Mr. Rose, David Reed, declassified, Becky Hirsch. There's just too many to go on and on.
Mildred Lewis is my hero. I love her.
The classes in Laney, they are taught by great professors, very knowledgeable, very respectable in their field. They have taught me a lot about life, about how to think, about how to be a better student.
The advice that I would give to the new student that came here is just don't give up. Because I mean, sometimes it's hard. Life is hard. Life sometimes see you as, oh, you can't do it, or you can't do something because it's gonna be hard for you. You need to stop that.
The inspirational message I would give any student, anyone that's thinking about coming to school, is to believe in yourself. Know that this is the hardest thing I've ever done in my life, but I feel more fulfilled now than ever before in my life.
An inspirational thing is just stay strong, continue the struggle. Everyone here at Laney has some kind of struggle. You're not alone in these struggles. Just to continue the fight, ask for help if you need help. There's plenty of people here on campus that can help you in a lot of things. And just continue to stay strong and get through. Because if you get through, better things will happen if you continue your education.
Stay focused on your dream, trust in God, and stay motivated. Those little things that come across in your life, they mean something. And stay motivated, trust God.
I just want to inspire all students that all things are possible. The sky is unlimited, and as long as you believe in yourself.
Well, my first plan when I leave school is to obtain a little gourmet food truck and to go around Oakland selling my food and sharing my testimony with as many people as I can.
When I leave out of Laney College and get my degree, what I want to do is just get a job, but not only a job where I can help people, a job where I can help people understand the language, or if they didn't understand something, I'm there to help you.
My plans after Laney graduation is to attend either San Francisco State or Cal State East Bay, and then hopefully move on to be a history teacher one day.
After graduation, I am going to SF State My major is political science over there with an emphasis on environmental sustainability and education. So what my goal is to get my master's degree in public policy so that I can be on the other end of policy. So that I can be that person that sits in the room that knows what it's like to be living off of $5 a month and be able to tell people, hey, when you make this big policy change, thousands of lives are affected. And I feel like there's not very many people on the other end that are able to speak from where I come from and where I've been.
When I'm finished with Laney College, I'm going to transfer to a 4-year university. I'm going to get my degrees. I'm going to help my community and the world.
For all you young people out there, young or old, who are deciding to come to school, but especially the youth, I have a real place in my heart for youth because I was so lost as a youth and had nobody to talk to. There are places for you to get help, learn to talk. Come to school. Education is power. There are many things that will happen in your life that you have no control over, but you control your destiny, no one else. Education, education, education. It is key.
The advice that I would give to the new student that came here is just don't give up. Things in life are hard, but you can make something of yourself if you come to school, if you decide to pursue it.
I had just recently been accepted to Mills College, which I ended up not going for, but I literally ran to every single person who's ever helped me here, and I hugged them. And it was the first day actually that the president had just been hired on, Dr. Webb. And I saw her in the elevator and I was like, I just got accepted to Mills. And she was like, that's great. And I literally just ran through each room and each area of like all of these teachers that have helped me and all of these staff members that had helped me. And I ran up to them and I hugged all of them. And it was just this beautiful moment of like massive inspiration, and I felt like this was home.
I used to be what people would call a bookworm, who is not very active socially, but ever since I've been to Laney, I've been exposed to this this livefulness of the students, and I was absorbed into it. I started to be involved in student government, student activities, and that has changed my life dramatically. I've become a better person, a more productive person, not just for myself, but for the community also.
Life has been a struggle, but what I've learned the most out of the struggle was to hold on to hope and to know that as long as God gave me my health and strength, all things were possible. So I decided to come to Laney College after a long struggle with my health, the loss of my mobility, the idea of maybe never walking again. But one day in a dark cell, life was so gloomy for me at that point in my life. I had to look down to look up. I was ready to give up. But God Almighty Himself touched me. He gave me back my health, my strength, my mobility. And I promised Him if He gave me the opportunity and the chance, I would return to school to obtain formal training. I'll be the first woman in my family to obtain any formal education. That means the world to me.
Laney's about diversity, about all kinds of people. It's not only about one race, one color, one mind.